Hello, everyone, and welcome to Work Together Wednesday. This is Melinda Schmidt Connect, and I'm here to share with you some small business tips to help you grow. Today, we're going to talk about a productivity hack. And before we get started, let me just mention that I'm excited that next Work Together Wednesday's topic is follow up. And I know this is something that I've struggled with. I've heard from other women in my networking group that follow up is something that they struggle with. So I'm excited that I'll be talking with Kimberly Pecquez next Wednesday, and she's going to share with us her tips for how she does follow up. So that's going to be good for next week. I hope that you will mark your calendars and join us. But today I'm going to talk about dual screen capability. Now, I happen to have two screens. This is how I make my living is on screen with my computers. And so I have found I have a giant screen and a smaller screen, and it helps me to have these two screens. I know a lot of you, I didn't realize how prevalent I think dual screens are until all of these Zoom meetings that have been happening. And now I see people are looking to the side and or their cameras in a different place from so there's more than one device going on happening, and I've seen that a lot lately. But if you are a person that doesn't have two screens, I have come upon a handy free app that works in Chrome and gives you the capability of two screens. And I would like to share with you how I use it. Now, if you are like me and you find yourself with 50 tabs open at one time, type one in the comment box. Let me know that I'm not alone in having multiple tabs. Have you seen that meme that a woman's mind is like a browser window with 100 tabs open all the time? I think that's very true, and I know I'm guilty of it. And my husband comes in and he's like, "No wonder your computer's running slow. Look at all these tabs you have open." So that is one issue: is that I have so many things going on. We're multitasking, and I, I have a lot of tabs open at once, but there are times when I find situations where I'm flipping between this tab and that tab and this tab and that tab. And so this is the situation, if you only have one screen, that this will help speed up your productivity if it's a situation when you're toggling back and forth between two window tabs. And I'm going to share my screen and show you what I mean, give you an example of how if I didn't have two screens, this would apply to me, except I've got to move this first to another screen. And now let's show this one. I think this is a screen that I want to be sharing with you. Somebody let me know if you're seeing my screen and it looks good. Except I've got to move. There's a delay. I hope that I'm sharing the right screen with you. This is the problem when you have dual monitors and I'm going through Zoom to go to a live Facebook. So I think I'm showing you the right screen. Okay, so in this situation, I may be researching, this is something I'm doing today for a client project. I'm researching what are the latest data on the best times to post on Instagram because that is their primary platform. And I also have over here their project profile where I want to plug it in. So my project managers were all using the same playbook. And so I want to put in here, this is the best times to post for. So I'm looking here, and obviously there are different articles on the best times to post from different sources, and I'm looking at those. So in this situation, what is helpful is I've installed the Dualess app. It's Dualless. And once it's installed I'm using Chrome as my browser, I click this button and I choose half and half. And now that's not what I wanted. I want the project profile on this one. Okay, so now I can pull up HubSpot and see what the HubSpot recommendations are for the best times to post on Instagram. And I can plug in the number over here. This also is helpful. I've found it when doing my accounting and working on my QuickBooks. And sometimes I have a reference here and there. Sometimes I have an invoice over here and I'm tracking invoices and I'm looking at invoices sent out through PayPal and then comparing it to something in QuickBooks, on this tab. So there's lots of situations I have found personally in my business where having two windows and not having to click back and forth. I know it seems like it doesn't take very long to click, but visually it just helps me, and it seems it's faster to me to have them side by side and not have to click back and forth between the two windows, and to be able to fill out a spreadsheet, do data calculations, reference, email. Maybe there's I'm going through and I'm looking through emails sent over here, and that's something that it's populating, and I'm creating information on this side based on what I see in my email, or looking at my CRM database, and then I'm sending a message over here. And there's lots of situations that I've found in my business where having a dual screen seems to impact my productivity. It makes things easier. It makes things go faster. So I'm interested in hearing what you have to say. Do you have dual screens also that you find that helpful? Or is this something that you don't have, but you can see a use for in your business, that it would speed it up productivity for you? Let me know what you think about this little app called Dualus. And if you use it, I would love to know what you think of it. Thank you for joining me today on Work Together Wednesday, and I will see you next week, where we're going to be talking about tips for effective and efficient follow-up.